Google Calendar. It's good, not great. Are you tired of trying to find the time when your colleague gets a window off and can't schedule a meeting with them? Do you see your friends who consistently have time on their schedules only to realize that they are always full with clients? To make things easier for everyone, Google Calendar has an appointment scheduling function that lets you set up your meeting or event ahead of time, so there is no last-minute scramble to find free enough times. As it is a web-based app, you can set all your appointments for free with no overages. If you have employees from different departments and multiple time zones that need to communicate regularly throughout the day, distilling things down even further by pulling them directly into one central appointment calendar makes scheduling easier. Managing every little piece of your business is a key to success in any CEO or business person's arsenal without ever losing sight of their vision. It becomes overwhelming to keep track of. What does this post do? Declares that Google Calendar's appointment schedule is good, but not great. Google Calendar is a very powerful tool, but has its own limitations, one of the main limitations being that it's not quite as convenient as other calendar tools. Other day planners are much easier to use and stick out more on your computer screen than Google Calendar because they look more aesthetically appealing than Google's calendars do. But all in all, Google Calendar still proves to function very well and be handy for scheduling all your business needs. My Google Calendar review disclaimer: I was hired by Tessie and Lies USA to do a review of my own. What's better than working with a company who genuinely wants you to find the products that best fit your needs? This is exactly how my relationship with Google started, and as a result, I am happy to help keep on top of things in this space. Why does it happen? It's difficult to compare calendars with the same time zone at the time span of a few minutes. It's impossible to secure some days. For example, when someone decides to relocate or domestically change their schedules. This includes school appointments and things like birthdays. In addition to that, why are there irregularities in the system of having public holidays and set dates such as Labor Day or national days, but at times a public holiday is not marked in calendars? This question has come up many times. The short answer is at the end of 1997, but I can explain a little more. What interests you is this: it seems logical that you introduce public holidays week after week on Tuesday, and nothing else changes. How can it be fixed? The author suggests future improvements would be beneficial. The blog article suggests that it would be beneficial to Google Calendar if they took their time and refined the service even more. Currently, the successfulness of this product is low because people feel like there isn't the need for it. In order to become popular, Google Calendar would have to improve its thoroughness by being accommodating, ease of use, and stability. But it doesn't have the need for many of these improvements because the functionality is already good enough. The simplicity of initial launch and future planned updates are what would help bring in more people to use Google Calendar. This example is quite complex and interesting subject, so I will go into even more details about the product implementation. I want to focus on the user, their experience before it started, and how they are currently using it after implementing this new approach. Main takeaway: Google Calendar appointment schedule is good but not great. I used Google Calendar before to create a personal schedule and sync on my Samsung Galaxy S3. It's a really great way to manage your schedule, but it's also not the best. I love how it's super easy to delete or add an event or make changes to an event. However, for people dealing with time zones like me, this app doesn't have advanced settings for daylight savings time. Another problem I had was a lack of sound for notifications, and it doesn't allow you to sync the repeating event outside of your home computer. Overall, this is a nice app, but as of now, I am sticking with my previous calendar setup. Ideal situation: I use Google Calendar to schedule social events on top of work hours whenever possible via the mobile interface on my iPhone. The downside is that while it's easy enough to find times before or after work hours, it keeps losing